Hello, beautifuls of the feed. It's me, Benji. I am back today. Happy Sunday. If it is Saturday for you, hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. I am going to be doing a general tarot reading for you today. So we're going to dive straight into it, and I am going to just start off with some daily affirmations. We should do that first. I sometimes forget. If you do resonate today, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the Soul family here, and also leave a comment if you feel like it. I love reading them. So let's get some daily affirmations going for today's reading. Let's see what our energy is from these cards. Please. We have attacking others is an attack on myself. I choose to release this now. Okay. We also have compassion as my compass. I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. And we also have I am committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. I think these are really beautiful. I feel like obviously what I get from these cards is maybe there's been a little bit of a difficult time going on. A lack of maybe compassion and empathy and those kind of things. So I just really feel like there's been this disconnectedness. There's been a lot of spiritual growth going on. With these three cards, it just really gives me that sense of like growth and expansion, and things are like coming to a really good place. So let's just dive into the tarot cards today and see what we get. All right, first up we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands here is really just giving almost like being a spark, almost being like a spark of inspiration, a new creative journey. So I feel like there's this sense of like a inspirational spark that has happened for you. Oh wow, okay, so we do have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is really just giving me like being trapped by your thoughts. So I feel like at least my readings give a sense of like what's been going on, and then like kind of what's happening and like what's going to happen, like in the sense of like 24 hours. So I do daily readings, so this is just giving me a sense of like what's been happening or leading up until this reading. And I feel like the sense of what's going to happen is this manifestation card has come out. We've got the Magician. I'm going to show that again because it never comes out and it looks so pretty in this form of the card. So we do have the Magician, and I feel like this card is just really giving me like you have all the tools to manifest your desires. Take action now. So now is a great time to manifest your dreams, your desires, like, you know, put some more manifestations into effect, even take current manifestations and to, you know, reinforce those ones. So I really feel like now is the time to be doing that. We do have tactics and strategy. That's the first thing that I felt when I saw this card. So we do have the Seven of Swords, and that one's just really giving me like this is just a time for like really putting into a place like a strategy that's going to be effective. And I think that's kind of like healthy sometimes, is to, you know, have tactics and strategies in certain situations, especially when it comes to manifestation. We do have the Nine of Swords here, and it is giving a sense of anxiety and doubts and just like not being able to sleep. You know, maybe things are taking a while in this manifestation, and I feel like there is a sense of not being able to, like, you know, focus on not focusing on it. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. And we do have the King of Cups coming out as well, and the King of Cups here is really giving a sense of emotional balance and staying calm and like offering support of some sort. So I'm getting a sense of like someone coming in and like offering you some sort of support that is very like emotionally balanced, and like going to bring you emotional balance too by offering you this support. I don't know what kind of support it's going to be. I just feel like someone's going to reach out to you and try speak to you. We do have the Four of Pentacles here, and this one's really giving me the conservation and security, and, you know, like really like in a place where you're trying to conserve things. It's being conservative, you know, with your finances and just your future, and like really just sitting there and like thinking like, you know, if I don't spend this, then I can do this next year, or like, I really do believe that this has got a lot to do with manifestation here. So the plans, you're making a plan and you're really trying to be conservative and secure in these plans. Here's a card that was flipped over in here. We have justice. Justice is giving balance. Well, I can't pick it up. Balance, fairness. Like, you're definitely making a decision based on the truth. So you're not really like going into this place of like deception anymore and like making a choice based on like, maybe the deception or like the reality that's been told you by someone else. You're like really going into this place of being honest and truthful with yourself and like making a decision based on what you want. And I feel like that's really beautiful. That's like freedom. We had freedom yesterday. We do have the Five of Cups here, and I'm just going to grab another card really quickly. The Five of Cups is really giving just like a sense of being stagnant, stale, kind of like trapped in between. Like, it's like making a decision, but you're just really like kind of like stagnant, like stale, like in between something. So it's really giving me the sense of like going up and down at the moment. There's a roller coaster of emotions through this. I really do think that it's quite interesting that the King of Wands here has come out. So we do have the King of Wands, and this one here is giving me like leadership and creative endeavors. You have a vision, you have inspiration. So we're going full circle back to the first card. I think all of this kind of stuff that's going on, like the anxiety and the self-doubt and the not being able to move forward and feeling a little bit stagnant, I really think like this is giving me the divine masculine feeling of telling you to just do it. It's really giving me that sense of like just do it and do it compassionately, like blend the two together. So it's almost giving me that balance is coming in here. We're giving like, compassion is my compass, and then also attacking others is an attack on myself. So I feel like there is a lot of like two-sided energies here, and it's really bringing those energies together and balancing them so you can be committed to bringing forth your greatness. I think that's really beautiful. Okay, so this is a stack of cards. We will end with that. I wasn't really going for a stack of cards, but we'll do that. We do have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups here is really just giving a sense of walking away from no longer like what serves you, So it's kind of like what I was feeling before from that Five of Cups. It's kind of like you're ready to do it, but like you're a little bit stagnant, but like you're so ready. You're going to walk away from that thing that's keeping you stagnant. And then we have the we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like there is this pain, there is a lot of burden and, just pain, emotional pain there. And I feel like it's got so much that it's got to a point where like you've had to release it, like it's that thing where it's like automatic, like it gets to a certain point and then it just gets released, and then you wake up the next day and you feel much better. And, like you may have cried, you may have, talked to someone, or like, you may have just like wrote a song or like wrote something, or draw a picture. At the end of the day, whatever you did to heal this pain, it's very much been released. So we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands here is really giving a frustrated feeling for me at the moment. So it's arguments, it's like interesting. Conflict and creative challenges. So it just really gives me a sense of like, being creative at the moment. It's just like there's a big conflict, and I feel like this conflict isn't coming from anywhere. It's really coming from yourself. From what I'm getting from this reading is that there is a lot of self-imposed limitation going on, but there's also a lot of hard work going on. There's still like things happening, even though all of these other extra things are happening that are meant to be holding you back. I just don't think they're holding you back as much as what they would have once upon a time. We do have the Page of Swords, and then we have the Three of Cups, and then we have the Four of Cups. So here is really interesting. It's getting a lot better and a lot lighter. We have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords here is really giving curiosity. You have a new idea, you're learning, and it's almost like wanting like a feeling of studying. So I feel like there is this preservation of like knowledge going on. That's interesting. Um, I really feel like you're on the pursuit of knowledge and growth and expansion with this card. And we have the Three of Cups, which gives me a sense of celebration. So there is this moment where I feel like this energy coming in, the King of Cups energy is really there to support you. Um, and then we have the King of Wands over there. It's very interesting. So what I'm picking up on this is there is going to be some sort of event or gathering, or you're going to be just socializing and you're going to have a good time. I really kind of figured that, but like there is going to be an offer. I feel like there's going to be an offer made in this kind of like situation, and you're going to meet it with the head over heart kind of energy. Like um, it's really interesting. I want to clarify the offer and the energy coming in because it didn't really come up. It's more about self development today, and I really feel like that is still there, and it could be something to do with why these feelings are like that. So I'm gonna just like grab my other cards, and I'm just gonna quickly dive into a question. Why the energy coming in, the offer, the socialization, and then the meeting with the head of the heart. What is that about? Sometimes the victory is not worth the price. Selfishness, conflict, aggression, argument, fear of failure, anxiety, self sabotage. It is the Five of Swords. Head over heart, right? I feel like that's what I'm getting, head over heart, because it's definitely a connection. It's definitely a connection here. We have this card over here, and then we have this card. So it's definitely like a significant other connection. We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is giving setbacks, poverty, bad faith, danger, wanting rewards without work. It's giving me the sense of like, that's very interesting, the feelings I'm getting from that. It seems like a lot of things have been very frivolous, that word frivolous lately, so like it's almost like unneeded. But I feel like the energy that's going around makes sense for me because I feel like there is this frustration going on. We do have the Four of Cups, which moves on to like a new like perspective, like a new approach to an old problem, new events and possibilities, new enthusiasm for life, and also we have the word acceptance. So it's really interesting here. So what I'm getting here is it's upside down, but we had it right way up over there. So there is an offer, but it's definitely coming in, but you're almost going to be like approaching this from a different perspective. It seems like the person or this energy that's coming in is going to be more accepting of whatever is going on or whatever you say. Like at the end of the day, I feel like there is a little bit of like unacceptance when it comes to like the things that are happening for you, specifically the viewer. We move on to the Knight of Pentacles, which is take a methodical approach and you will achieve your dreams. So this one here is really showing that conservative feeling that I was getting before through that other card, the Four of Pentacles. It says conservative, methodical, dull, dependable, patient, clever, efficient, responsible. So I just feel like there is this sense of like, pivoting, maybe it hasn't been at that point in the energy, but now you're like pivoting to this energy where you're going to be very methodical, patient, and very conservative with like the things that you're doing, saying, kind of like the energy that you're putting out into the world. And you've been very responsible. So I feel like that's kind of beautiful. And we do have this connection here. And I feel like this kind of solidifies the connection that I was feeling. It's just giving me like the sense of like this other person really does love you. I feel like they're not actually trying to cause any problems for you here. As much as I want to be like, this is a karmic and, they deserve it or whatever, I don't feel that, okay? I just feel equality, connection, balance. The word mirth is coming out. I love that word. We have attraction and balance. So I really just feel like this sense of like the Two of Cups here is really showing duality. Okay, so it could be a sense of duality within yourself, or it could be duality with like this significant other. And I feel like you here in this situation could be possibly maybe not in a good place, and they could feel attacked. But I don't really know. This is just what I'm getting from all of this. So if you are resonating today, I am going to continue on, and we will do some twin flame ascension, since this reading is very much about manifesting and stuff like that, but it's also about like this kind of like interesting situation with significant others energy. The card that came out here is Transformation 44, Battle of Head versus Heart. Yeah, so this one here is really beautiful. It really gives me the sense of like coming to a place. I feel like you specifically, the viewer, are coming to a place and you are transforming. That is why it's so hard right now. If you are having a hard time right now, just know that you will make it through and you will obtain the manifestation that you are desiring. I really do believe that. I feel like there's this transformation going on. If you're like 100% all in on this, then I really feel like if you're doing the things, then you're going to get there. It's really just giving me a sense of like also having some old hidden shadows in the mind, like maybe they're coming up again with this. So it's like a battle of the head and the heart. So what does your heart tell you? Ask yourself that. And then what does your head tell you? And like you need to really sit in like a calm situation and really ask yourself, try to get away from like the chaos and the spinning thoughts and stuff like that, meditate, and then ask yourself. I really feel like you'll find the answer if you do that. Let's be really close with yourself, and yeah, it just says heal abandonment on the second card, 77. So this here is really just giving a sense of like time to forgive. I'm not saying forget, it just says time to forgive. Forgive the people or forgive the situations that created this harm on you to create this sense of abandonment. I could go into this, like from the word go in my life, I was in speech marks abandoned by pretty much everyone. But I'm at a point where like I had to do that healing, right? And I had to forgive those people, even though I don't speak to them, I don't associate with them, I don't give them my energy, and they probably don't even know that I forgave them for it. But at the end of the day, none of them ever said sorry, or none of them ever acknowledged what they had done wrong. But I still did it because I had to move forward in life. And there is still a lot of people, like, they bring it up sometimes, and they're like kind of like old friends. And I don't mind talking about it because, they don't mind talking about whatever they talk about with me and what they say to me and stuff. But it's like, it's really interesting. These people in my life have been very karmic, and not all of them. So anyways, if anyone is watching this, don't think it's you, because I'm not specifically mentioning names and I've got lots of friends. So anyway, it's just like one of those things where I feel like through my life, at least when I was a child, I was given up to a system, the child youth and family system here in New Zealand, and then I was taken in by like a family, and then that family would never take me away on holidays. They would leave me with my grandma. So my grandma was like my guardian angel. At this point, she's passed away, so rest in peace to her. She's the most beautiful lady that I ever met in my whole life, and like the most amazing person. That's what I'm kind of saying from that. She looked after me and she took care of me. So like I do have this little bit of like a connection with like non-abandonment, but I was definitely abandoned to be in that situation in the first place. And then later on in life, like I left home, and then my foster parents kind of abandoned me. I grew up, I learned that what they did to me when I was a child was actually like heavy abuse. And then like, it's just like there's a lot of process through all of it. So I'm here with you every step of the way, because it was so difficult for me to do it by myself. And I just want to like um, hold my like hand out to anyone that's going through this, because abandonment's like one of the hardest things to heal, because people continually abandon you through life, um, even after the fact. Yeah. But anyways, let's move to the next one. I had to share that for some reason. We do have number 44, Holy Grail Code. Receive the gift. So I really think that you are like a chosen one. You are like a starseed chosen one. You were put here on Earth and you chose to do these things, which is really messed up, I know. But your soul was like, I'm all for it. And you were like, I'm all for it, and it's meant to be that way so that you can really step into your own and, you know, do the work that you're meant to be doing, which is really beautiful. Like, really beautiful. So, epic. Let's move on to some more cards. And I think the cards that I want to move on to today are our hidden light messages. So, Soul Name has come out. I know I rolled my eyes at it. But Soul Name here is really giving a sense of like, I feel like you're coming into who you are. You're really finding out who you are, who you were in like a past life, just like who you were in general in the universe. And I think you're somewhat overwhelmed, because I feel overwhelmed right now. And I just feel like that you're in the search for this knowledge. Akashic Records knowledge, like really deep spiritual knowledge. So I really think this is a beautiful path to be on. Whoever this is for, I think you were somebody in the past, like that was known in the future now, if that makes sense. We do have the Divine Masculine coming out card, which I mentioned earlier about how embracing the Divine Masculine is really good, because then you can get things done, and without the masculine and and divine feminine, you can't really like bring manifestations properly into fruition. When I think about that, I think about marriage, and I think about like the man and the woman being in a marriage, and how when a union comes together, it like blossoms, right? And they are successful in the marriage and in their life, and they have kids, and they have jobs and like work, and they have a home. Like they manifest that through the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the unity together. So with this, a lot of my viewers, I really believe, are looking for duality within themselves and not with someone else. Because I feel like once you find duality within yourself, then you can kind of find that in someone else. And you can really find the correct modern day relationship, which is a little bit different to what it used to be, because duality is more important, and balancing those things is more important these days than just being one side, if that makes sense. Like in a lot of what I see, like being one thing, being just masculine or just feminine, is just like the modern day equivalent of like unbalanced or something. But I don't believe that. That's just what society shows me. I don't believe that. Like, I think anyone can be either side. I just think there is a lot of people searching for a balance and duality in their own lives as like their own person. So I think that's where like you balance it within yourself. The divine feminine just fell out. I'm like speechless. I'm like speechless. I felt like I zoned out for a little bit there, talking about what I was talking about. We have Soul Song. Soul Song. So I'm gonna post a song in the top comment. That's how I feel from that card. But I would just say, like, listen to some music. You know, find your soul song. Like, find your soul music. Even like you could even like meditate. You know, ask an archangel or deity or whatever you like to work with to help you write a soul song. You know, like you could just go into nature and just like, you know, whistle at the birds. Like I don't really know. That's kind of what I'm getting from all of this. But I'm gonna post a song in the comments that I made, and my apologies if you don't like it. But honestly, I just love making music. So let's get one more. Grounding. We have nourished and grounding. Nourish and grounding. So this one here is like nourish yourself, because you'll nourish the earth and the planet also while doing that. And we have grounding. Grounding is really giving me like that tree of life. Like there are orbs here, like on the tree of life. That's interesting. I really feel like this is just giving a sense of like being balanced, grounded, duality, you know, like coming to a place of like a beautiful awakening, transformation. You're receiving the gift currently. I really feel like that's kind of what's happening with this card, the Holy Grail. You're receiving the gift. And I think that could be the possibility of, you know, like, you know, how there's that offer and stuff, and how I was saying before earlier in the reading, how you're going to receive something that's going to help you move forward, and like how, like it's going to be an offer and it's just going to like help you like expand and grow. I really feel like that's the gift that you're being offered by the universe. Okay. I think what I need to do now is just do one more set of cards, and we will do the Egyptian ones and the starseeds together, and we'll just get a couple of messages out. And if you don't know how this works, I combine them together and we just take them out until we get an Egyptian card specifically. So we just go starseeds until Egyptian card comes out. Yeah, you'll see. Oh, that's not the right card. It's not supposed to be in there. Okay. Whoops, I picked that up by accident with it. No, I feel like that one wanted to come out, so we'll grab that and that one. Alrighty, we have a couple of cards here. We do have the Blue Flame. So this one came out yesterday. I really feel like this is happening for you. Spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. It's really just time. It's time for you to step up and bring forth your greatness. Okay? Lifting the veil. Question everything. Anything unaligned must go. We have baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. And we're the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, and birth is a portal. So what I'm getting from these ones are really just like, you're on the right path. It's going to be difficult. It may seem strange, but you are on the right path. We do have Nefertum, completeness. 36, completeness. And our other one is Hathor. 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 We the Hathors. Hathor. Intelligence. I'm just putting two and two together. So it just seems like Hathor here is really much coming through and being like, it is alright, you know, you're going to be okay through this process. just understand that you are deeply loved by the universe, and that this rebirth is a portal into a new reality and just like a new situation that you could never have imagined that could ever happen for you in your life. And I just feel like that's really beautiful. And honestly, if this reading's for me, I claim it. And if it's for you, I hope you claim it too. Because honestly, I haven't been in a great place in the last week. Let's say just the last week. Like, I don't know, just I've been thinking a lot. We humans do that sometimes. Thinking, just feeling a little bit dull, feeling a little bit not like I want to stop doing anything. Just I've just been feeling like, and I just think it's the general energy. So if you are relating to this reading, then let me know. I'm going to go now. So thank you so much here today for being here, and I will see you in another one. I am going to just start saying now at the end of my videos, definitely go check out my website if you would like to donate to me, or if you would like to actually get a personal reading done by me, then you can definitely do that too. Or if you just like have anything and you want to reach out in any way, shape, or form, there is an email. You can just email me. So I'd love that. I'll reply too. I won't ignore anyone. Maybe I'll ignore spam, but like anyway, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.